Show you guys how I do check. I got a belt tensioner or an idler, something going bad, bearing on it. Once you hear the whining noise, it's got 307,000 on it. If you can hear this, you can hear that whining noise. Took the temperature probe. See my light here. And once you hear this noise, you hear this whining noise. I've got either a belt tensioner or a pulley. The bearings are going bad. That whining, it's really horrible. I got 307,000 miles on this. It's the original 5.0 Coyote, original transmission. I mean, it's been a good vehicle. But yeah, I believe there's two ways you can do this. You can take, like, I'm gonna show you what I do. You can take a jug like this, and you can cut it down to about right here, and then take like a, let's see, let me find something here. Take a big screwdriver, that's too big, or the pry bar. What you do is you stick the handle of a big screwdriver into this, you cut this apart, and then you can take this, I'm not gonna do this jug, but then you kind of take it like this. It's kind of dangerous, you gotta be careful, and then you kind of slowly just touch up against it and you'll be able to hear it. It'll magnify the sound of the bearing of whatever one's bad. But what I do, I use an infrared temp, and what I do is I put on like this one right here. This one's at well, it was a few minutes ago, it was at 115 degrees. And then the rest of these, the reason I know it's that one was at 115, 120. And the rest of them were around 92 to 94. Plus I can hear it. But that one right there is the bad one. And that's how I do it. But I use a heat gun infrared thermometer. It's what I use to be able to find it. But that's how I can always check the difference in the temperatures and stuff. But like a second ago, like I said, before I let it set and cool for about 15 minutes, that bearing was 120 degrees, where the rest of them were right around 88 to 92. And plus you can hear it whining right there. So, but that's how I check them. It's that top idler pulley right there. That's got to be changed out. It's not really that hard of a deal, but definitely irritating when you hear the sound. Take care. I got the belt off of it. If you can hear this, I mean, this magnet from the engine running, it's 10 times louder. You hear that? Yeah, that's the bad one. That's why it was about 25, 30 degrees warmer than the rest of them. I'm going to remove that now. Kind of want to show you why this one's 25, 30 degrees more. You can hear that. Yeah, that's shot. But that's the easy way to be able to find out before you start trying and guessing and pulling. Sometimes when you take a load off a belt, the pulley won't make a noise, or the bearing. This one definitely, you can hear it when it's at idle. That makes that high, annoying pitch sound. We're gonna go change this out. By the way, this is a 15 millimeter nut for that bolt. We gotta go down to the auto parts store and pick up a new one, and then we'll put it back on. And then I'm gonna show you guys what I was talking about, taking a jug, cutting it in half and sticking a screwdriver in there, and then you kind of touch it carefully. Although it's kind of hard on an engine like this with the way everything's set up in there. I don't like it because it's actually dangerous. You can get seriously hurt. But I like the temperature gauge, infrared like that. You can actually pretty much pick it out pretty quick there. I'll be right back. Picked up a new one, $55 at Napa, the only one that had it in stock. I wanted to see if we can bring this up. I'll shake it, you can hear a little rattle. Hear that? All right, that's changed out. You don't hear that annoying little noise anymore. So it definitely did the trick, so we're good now. But, if you ever get that noise, that's what it's going to be. And the best way to check that would be with Well, let me get this picked up. Just one of these. Iron thermometer. These work really good. You know, you just shoot it, you pick a point, and you'll be able to tell the temp. I'm going to cut this jug right now and show you the other way I'm talking about here. All right, this is what I'm talking about, old school. It's one my grandfather about used to it years ago. Take a screwdriver. That's not a flathead, but a big one. Put it in there. And you just basically, very carefully, you put it down onto the idler. And you try and touch it carefully. And if it's a bad one, you'll hear it echo through this plastic jug. It'll get really loud. But the problem with that is you gotta be careful, because if this thing catches, it can come right back up and go, it could do some serious body harm. That's an old school way of doing it, but like I said, this works really well. Just point it at the object, it'll give you a temp, and you don't have to worry about getting hurt or anything. But a bad bearing in one of those pulleys or a tensioner, they'll be 25 to 30 degrees warmer than the rest of them. But that's how I do it, okay? Take care, have a good one.